Hello there, once again, it's Anton from Anton Obey. And as I showed off recently, I got the full 3 issues of Cynder, and I also picked up the Cynder Action Figure from Skybolt Toys, known for making a lot of independent toys back in the day. Not the best quality, they're very kind of awkward, usually pre-posed, and just not the best figure. However, they did make us figures of characters you would never normally get a figure of. So for that, we love them. And let's go ahead and crack this gal open. This is from 1998. There's probably still one hanging on the wall, the back wall of your comic book store. There's so many of these. I had to shell out big to find this one. This was a whole, I think, $4 for this gal. And then they had to ship it, which was a little extra, but very, very inexpensive figure to purchase. And at one time had a lot of these. So you get big, fantastic back art there that almost looks like Liefeld stuff. Actually, that might be Liefeld. I'm looking for the name. No. Clary. Yeah, not Liefeld. Anyway, so yeah, there's more of the backing card, which is pretty impressive for a backing card with all the different stuff that they sell. Helena, the animated video premiere. Double Impact Desert Camo Editions. They made like tons of repaints and remolds of these. But anyway, that's the card. This is the figure. Big old window box on this thing. And I know I've reviewed this figure before because I've had it before, but it's just one of those that I gave up and lost, sold, and I was like, well, I had the opportunity to get it back for little or nothing, to add it back to the Helena, or not the Helena, the Cynder collection. And I was like, yeah, I'll just do it. Now she's starting to feel a little bit sticky, which is something that, if you didn't know, this happens to action figures when they get left in the package. The plastic breaks down because it doesn't dry or anything. It just gets oxidized, and it actually starts to break down and become a soft, sticky kind of a mess. And sometimes if you open them up, let them breathe, let them live, they will come out of that. Sometimes they won't. Feeling the state of this figure, I'm kind of afraid to move it. I'm afraid something's going to break, and we don't need her to break. But it is a thing that can happen, especially with these little knee joints. But looks like everything's pretty much moving except for this elbow. I don't want to snap that. I might run that under some hot water first. We get some weird power effects. I don't know what those do or how they work. They're just holes. I wonder if you pull the hands off or they go over the hand. Oh yeah, that's how. Okay, so they pop over the fist and you close them back up, and you got fire hands, like so. I'm not going to do it because these feel a little bit gummy too. So she also comes with a stand, which is nice because there's probably no other earthly way she will ever stand. And I remember the one I had before, these little shoulder things, one of them broke off and I lost it. I think they're removable, but I don't want to lose them, so I'm just going to leave them on there. So articulation is limited at best with this gal. You get the very obvious thigh cuts, which don't do anything. They just rotate your hips oddly outward. You get a single jointed knee, which does almost a 90, but not quite. You get a shoulder rotation that will go all the way around except for the shoulder pad. An elbow that will do not even a 45. And then probably a neck rotation that will turn, except for the hair will block any movement, so it won't actually do anything. They made this gal in a couple of different variants. One was like completely like black, like burnt. One was completely glowing, transparent red, which was a pretty typical variant that they did. We'll move this down just a touch. Maybe that will work a little better for just having her stand there. Of course, you got like gigantic melon boobs going on and the weird no spine pose. Because this is from the 90s, this was a bad girl figure. You can see there's no spine there. They're just not. Weird, awkward arms, but a pretty face. Pretty head sculpt. Good paint on the face. And I believe the whole body is painted, so you get some goofy fire effects. You get a figure stand with it, and a figure that's a little bit more than a statue, but not much. Of an extremely obscure character that unless you saw it in the last video, you probably didn't know that Cynder existed. Most people don't. But that's it. Interesting figure to pick up. Can I move her into focus? There we go. Interesting figure to pick up for $4 or $5. If you're into that sort of thing, and if you're into the obscure, which I kind of am. I'm not looking to rebuild any of these old collection of bad girl figures, but there were a few that were just pretty dang cool. And Cynder was one of the books where I particularly liked the covers, and so that is why I reclaimed this one. Anyway, easy pass, but if you wanted to find one, they're cheap. So that's my story. That's pretty much all I got. I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.